Hey, it's Chad Hallett, Captain Mortgage, and I'm here today with the man, the myth, the legend, Darion Payne, local realtor in Fredericksburg area in Virginia, also known as the closer. How you doing, Darion?
I'm doing okay today. How about yourself, Chad?
Pretty good. How long have you worked in real estate, my friend?
Roughly like a year and a half now.
Okay,
So
good
I'm
deal.
I'm still considered a newbie.
Yep, relatively new to some, but you know what? As crazy as this past year's been, I think you and several other newbies, quote unquote newbies, have gained quite a bit of experience. So
Exactly. It's been pretty busy.
I appreciate you joining me today, and hopefully we can learn a little bit more about you, and maybe you can give some advice to the people out there that think about getting into real estate, as well as explain to the folks watching why they should choose you as their realtor. What made you decide to go into real estate in the first place?
I always had an interest in real estate since soon as I got out of high school. I was living in Maryland. I took the class and passed the class, but just never took the test, the national test. And just here recently, I started taking it more serious. I took the class again. Took the test and finally passed, and then I decided to go head first in it. So I always had an interest in real estate, always.
Good. Where do you think that interest kind of comes from? Is it just the struggle, the challenge, or is it like you just generally have an interest in buying and selling real estate, or what's the
Yeah,
deal?
I think I just generally had an interest. I never knew, even back then when I first was interested, I never knew how much income it generated. I just was always fascinated with like houses, different layouts. Um, My favorite channel on TV is HGTV. I'm always watching HGTV, all of that type of stuff. Even on my Instagram, I'm following a lot of house decors and all of that type of stuff. I don't know where I got it from, but I was always interested in it.
Just got bit by the bug early, huh? But
Yep.
no, it's good.
I
It's
wish I
good
had
that you
started
generally
really
care about it.
early.
It's not just about money. So, what were you saying?
Mhm. I wish I had started doing this earlier instead of in my mid 30s.
Same here. Same here. Always had a passion
Mhm.
for it, and that's my only regret is not starting sooner. But you know what? I think our non-real estate experience has kind of given both of us a some different tools to work with and how we do business. And it is what it is. Sometimes things happen for a reason. Um,
Exactly.
since you've gotten into it, what do you enjoy most about being in real estate?
Um, I like I can schedule around my my busy lifestyle. It's kind of on my own time. Not necessarily on my own time because I have to look out for my clients' time also. So I think that's the really key thing that I like about it is I can still work my full-time job and I can do real estate on the side. It actually works for me right now at the moment because of COVID.
Yeah,
Um, but I think that's the biggest thing I like about it is I get to set my own schedule. I don't have to have someone over top of me telling me I got to be here at a certain time. I'm basically like my own boss.
yeah. It's definitely. I think some people are just wired different. Some people need that management structure. They need somebody, telling them what to do. Other people just kind of, give them a little bit of freedom, and they just run
Mhm.
with it. They're
Right.
good self starters and stuff. It's
Mhm.
almost like a gym routine or a diet or anything else, I guess. But
Right.
what would you say? How have you adapted during COVID, as far as how you do business with, showing houses or listing houses or whatnot?
I think with COVID made real estate a lot easier for me because I'm working from home currently, and I've been working from home since March from a regular job, and I'm done with work about 3:30, so I can show houses in the evening time. Interest rates are extremely low right now, so COVID has brought those interest rates down, and a lot of people are selling and buying at the moment. So COVID actually helped me a lot. I actually got time to dedicate to real estate, dedicate to my family. Um, it gives me a lot more time to learn about real estate. Because if it wasn't for COVID, I would be in the office and I wouldn't get home until 6 o'clock in the evening. I
Yeah.
really wouldn't have much family time, much time to devote to real estate. But with COVID, us being home, it helped helped me tremendously.
What's the path moving forward, or what are you hearing from
Are you there, Chad?
your 9 to 5? Like, I mean, you're really busy right now, so how are you going to manage that if they try to force you to go back to the office?
I think it still can work because time is changing in March and that's when it started getting busy from March to September. So I got a little time in the evening time after work when it's still daylight. And around November, December, January is when real estate starts slowing down just a little. Um, it gets darker early, so really not a lot of people looking around that time. I just have to kind of weigh my options, figure out the times there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
I hear you. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way, right? So,
Right.
what would you say is the greatest challenge being a realtor at this time? I mean, you touched on some of the positive things. Business is booming because of rates. More free time to get the job done. But what would be the greatest challenge?
The challenge right now is because of COVID, you really can't meet maybe like your broker or someone that's mentoring you in person as much to show you or guide you through the way. You kind of got to talk over the phone if you have a question, or if it's something that me and my broker used to meet a lot, Cammy, and go over things. I used to go to showings with her at the beginning of home inspections, but now I had to end up doing everything on my own, and I would have to call her every time I needed something or ask her a question. That was the biggest challenge with being a new realtor right now with COVID, and also having people trust in you to be able to make this big purchase or this big investment. They is long term. You have to be able to trust in your realtor that the so you're getting the best deal. So having people to trust and believe in your ability to get them in the right home for them. Anyone can buy a house, but making that house is a home. That's what I like. I like to have my clients to make their house a home, not just say it's a house, because anyone can do that. So with COVID, not being able to meet with my mentor, my broker, or even to meet with my clients like that as much in person to have a sit down meeting without having a mask on to keep going like this so you can talk. That's kind of the challenge right now.
Yeah, I can understand that. I, for one, got into this business for that face-to-face relationships, and I was just speaking to another realtor. It's funny enough, someone that you were mentoring not too long ago about closings. I was trying to pass off a gift to her, meet her, in town, and we weren't able to connect today because of how busy she was. But I told her this was never an issue pre-COVID because I would do my best to go to every single closing. That way, I had that as a loan officer. I don't always get that face-to-face time with the client, so that's my time to kind of really cement the relationship and celebrate. Everybody's happy. We just closed on their dream home, and yeah, and like you said, it's for most people, it's the biggest investment they ever make in their lifetime. So it's a very important one, and
Right.
it can be a challenge when you can't get that face to face time.
Hmm.
But no, I hear you on that. What would be some advice you'd give somebody that's looking to get into the business? I've had a couple people call me up recently and say, Chad, real estate's hot. I'm thinking about getting my real estate license as an agent. Um, what advice would you offer them?
Man, I get that same call message all the time. People want to get into real estate. I tell them all the time, go for it. The market is hot right now. Real estate is booming right now. But one thing for sure is not easy.
Yeah,
The passing the class and the test is not easy. Starting out, yeah, you gotta have a little cash to get all the memberships and the dues to get started. But the main problem you're gonna have is getting the clientele. Being Getting someone that can trust in you. I think that's the most difficult part right there. You have to be a very well-known person and a person that someone can trust in, um, to believe in you, to help them, guide them through the way of buying a home or even selling a home. If you just person that's not really good at communicating, or have a lot of enemies or people like that, it's going to be hard for you in real estate. But anybody can pass the test. I mean, if you can be very book smart and pass the test, but are you able to be a realtor?
yeah,
That's the difference. So it's not easy at all to be one.
yeah. It's definitely people need to realize that. Yeah, and get licensed, and yeah, there's some people that are very, very successful in this industry, and make
Mhm.
buco bucks. But um, a, I hate when people say luck. It's not luck.
No,
It's about drive, and it's about determination. It's about taking tools and lessons from other people and put them to use in your own manner. And again, when we're getting back to the whole being self-employed, being a self-starter, a lot of people can't cut it.
hmm,
I've had several people reach out. They're military buddies of mine, and I wonder they like you just spent the last 10, 15 years taking orders from somebody. Are you ready to give your own orders? Are you ready to self start, to get up in the morning and be determined, do that marketing, do that relationship building, make it happen? And then you know something's something that might be a weakness for them that I want to touch on, kind of give you a pat on the back, is Mr. Darion here is local, born and raised, and a lot of people might think that as a weakness in certain career fields. They might want to see that well-traveled professional, blah blah blah. Not for real estate. And you got an advantage on me. Being former military and being a replant here, I've only been in this area for 6+ years, whereas
hmm,
you spent your whole life. You have those relationships, you have people that trust you, you have name recognition. That's stuff that money can't buy. And
exactly.
so that's definitely a great tool to utilize and kind of boost yourself up.
Mhm.
Can you tell the people watching, some way other than real estate that you kind of serve your community, or you know
Most people really know me for racing motorcycles.
yeah.
Um, that's something I've been doing since almost 20 years. I grew up around racing motorcycles, riding dirt bikes since I was third grade. That's one of the biggest things that I'm known for. Back in high school, I played a little basketball. Um, Want to say was one of kind of the little pretty boys back in the day. So, but main thing I'm really known for is my ability to ride motorcycles, travel all up and down the East Coast, doing it and getting the race on a big time level,
Hmm.
and throwing my own events. Last year was my biggest event. I thought it was going to be a bust because of COVID. I was actually scared to invest a lot of money because I thought it was going to be a bust because of COVID. But it turned out to be the best year last year. So I'm also known for that. And I'm a big sports fan. I'm a big Washington football team,
Yeah,
aka Redskins, but
yeah,
and a big basketball fan. Definitely college. I'm a big Tar Heel fan. So I like sports. I like racing. I like a little bit of everything. I'm very easy to get along with. I can walk into a bar right now and then sit at the bar and carry on a conversation with John Doe or Jane Doe sitting next to me.
Yeah.
It's something that I can relate with basically anybody.
Sure. No, I got you. Definitely different ways you can relate to people, and the racing thing's cool as hell. I would never. I don't know. I test drove a motorcycle once. I wouldn't even own a motorcycle, and this guy freaking races them high speed. That ain't the one for me. I'll go in the crowd and maybe a crop top or something and cheer you on. That's as close as I'm going to get to it. So last thing, let's close this out. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
If I was looking to buy a home or sell my home, why should I choose you? Here's your chance to sell yourself to those people watching.
I'm gonna tell you the main reason to choose me is communication. I don't work with a lot of lenders. I don't work with other realtors that communication is terrible. I could text them, email them. They won't get back to me hours later. If you ask any of my clients, if they text me, email me, I know within 15, 30 minutes I'm responding back.
Mhm.
Or they can call me anytime. Only time I may not respond back as fast is if I'm out of town, and a lot of time I let them know. Like this weekend, I had to move my daughter into college Saturday, so I was busy. I told one of my clients I'm gonna be busy, so if you try to contact me, I might be a little delayed getting back with you, but I would definitely will. But that's the main key with me, communication. And that's why I chose you, Chad, because our communication is great. I can call you anytime, text you anytime, and you get back with me ASAP.
Yeah.
And I like communication. I like how you communicate back with me. But choosing me as your relative, I'm gonna give you the best communication. You can text me, send me houses any time of the day. I'm up early, not as early as Chad, but I'm up early, and I usually shut it down around about 9 o'clock because I gotta give my family some time.
Sure.
And my wife get on like um, Monday I was off. And I was sitting at my computer basically all day. She was getting on me. She was like, "You sit at that computer every day. Today's your off day. Take a break." I was like, "But babe, I gotta write a contract." So yeah, communication, man. That's the main reason I would say to choose me. I keep my phone on me 24/7. It's always on me. And plus, I'm the best relative around, so that's why.
Well, folks, you can at least say it's got confidence, right? No, communication is key. That's always what I'm looking for in relationships. And if I was, picking a realtor, I definitely want somebody that's going to respond and answer. When I bought my house in 2014, my realtor, granted, he's quite successful, but he, once you get to a certain level, if you need to grow your team. You don't just lower your customer service standards. And we were looking. We said, "Hey, we want to look at some houses, and we'd like to see these houses today or tomorrow, if possible." And his response was, "Best I can do is next Thursday at 3:30."
Okay.
Last I checked, I was the client here. You should be
Exactly.
excited to be helping me. And
Mhm.
I feel like some people get cocky. Some people let it go to their head. Their heads get too big, and they lose sight of everything. And that's something I can appreciate for you is that you really go the extra mile. Me and Darion didn't start working together until I think June of 2020,
Yeah.
but it didn't take long. 5 months in, I was already ordering. When I was doing my end of year awards for 2020, he was top of my list. I gave him the mileage award this year because he, out of anybody I worked with, he put the most miles on his vehicle as far as getting people houses. He was looking up in Woodbridge. He was looking down by Richmond, Tappahannock, freaking west, south, every direction. And, I definitely know his clients appreciate that. And great guy, good to work with. And you're probably the easiest realtor for me to snag because I didn't know communication was such a big thing for you, but like after 2 days of responding to your emails and stuff, you're like, "Yeah, you're my guy now." And I was like, "What?" That's all I had to do was respond to your email at 8 o'clock at night. Sold, easy.
But that seems like that when you work the best at nighttime. I'll be getting emails from you at 9, 10 o'clock. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I have a hard time putting it down, and same as you, my wife gets on me. You know, you do have to cut out some family time, but
Mhm.
I do love what I do, and I love that's something we have in common is we both love what we do, and we
Yeah.
both are passionate about the clients. At the end of the day, it's about them. It's about helping people achieve the American dream, and you know, that's the life we chose. So,
You're right.
well, I appreciate your time, and if anybody's looking to hook up with Darion or link up or talk to him, whether you're a buyer, a seller, or another realtor looking to change brokers, or you're looking to become a realtor, I'm going to hook you up with Darion's contact info in the caption here, and y'all have a great night.
All right. Thanks, Chad, for having me, and hope you have a good night.
Yeah, absolutely, brother.